Rain lashed down, the wind howling like a banshee. Lightning illuminated a rambling, derelict house perched atop a hill. Ellie, a lone figure with a flashlight, stood before it, her heart pounding. The house, shrouded in darkness and draped in ivy, seemed to pulsate with a life of its own. This was the infamous Hollow House, whispered to be a gateway to unspeakable horrors.
Henry.
Clutching a faded photograph, Ellie hesitated. A man's face, handsome and familiar, stared back at her. She had to find him, even if it meant venturing into the jaws of the unknown. Taking a deep breath, she pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside. The door slammed shut with a resounding boom, plunging her into darkness.
Henry?
Ellie fumbled for her flashlight, its beam cutting through the oppressive gloom. The air was thick with the smell of decay and something else, something ancient and vaguely sinister. She found herself in a grand foyer, its former glory now nothing more than peeling wallpaper and dust-covered chandeliers. Ahead of her, 7 identical doors stretched across the far wall, their dark wood gleaming ominously in the flickering light. Only silence answered her. Panic welled up inside her. The house held an oppressive silence that seemed to press down on her, stealing her breath. 7 doors, all alike, yet each promising something unknown. Was Henry behind one of them? Or had this house, this beast of legend, already claimed him as its own? The photograph in her hand felt cold, the man's smiling face a cruel mockery in this place of shadows.
Henry?
Ellie tried the handle of the nearest door. It wouldn't budge. She rattled it, fear lending her strength. Still, it wouldn't open. She moved to the next door, then the next, each one locked tight. Despair began to claw at her. She was trapped. The house had swallowed her whole, just as the legend said it would. Suddenly, one of the doors creaked open. It was the first door she had tried, the one closest to the right. The air within seemed to shift, pulling her towards it. The flashlight beam trembled in her hand, casting grotesque shadows that danced across the walls. Ellie took a hesitant step forward, then another. She had no choice. She had to find Henry. The room beyond was utterly mundane. A simple kitchen, its white cabinets yellowed with age, its counters bare except for a thin layer of dust. A chill ran down Ellie's spine. This ordinary room, juxtaposed against the unsettling atmosphere of the house, amplified the feeling that something was terribly wrong. She turned to leave, but the doorway behind her was gone. The wall was solid, the door vanished without a trace.
No.
Panic surged through her. She ran